Bum, 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 bum. We're taking it all. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. We're taking it all. Blub, 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 blub. Hang on, latency, slightly. Oh, there we go. Hello everyone, welcome to the Halfway Show. I've got a fucking post link everywhere still. But starting off with Buff Dude Brandon versus Marcus Kane. Buff Dude Brandon. He's the one with the short hair. He's buff, he's a dude, he's a buff dude. Also, goddamn, my back is killing me and I'm not sure why. Gonna post all the link on Discord and shit. And then I'll do the other social medias, I think. Wrong himself from Marcus with a belly kick. Nice kick to the... well, drop kick to the head, rather. Had something stuck in my throat as well. I apologize. Oh, there's a cell promo. Marcus seems to be on the front foot, for lack of a better term. Yes, sledgehammer. Gonna turn it down a bit. Throws Brandon's face against the rope. Or chokes him against it, rather. Ooh! With a half Nelson lift into a gutbuster. Double stomp, very good. Also, our Rhea Wanda retirement tour match is him against Tyson Webb. Which is interesting because, like, Tyson's basically #1 contender to the Chaos title now. Because he won the Fatal 4-Way last week, but the match they're having tonight will not be for the belt. Likely going to say that for the pay-per-view. Oh, threw the hammer at him from behind, damn. Big move there. Going for Don't just going for punches. Spinebuster there. Good combo from Brandon as well. I almost said Handsome, which isn't even the name of the other buff dude. It's Hudson. Just a 1 count. Okay, that's Facebook sorted. It's just Twitter and Blue Sky now. Frankensteiner, lovely work from the buff dude. Can Marcus use Blackout? It's Extreme Rules, so he wouldn't get disqualified anyway, but really? I should double check that when I have time. There's the backstabber. Brainbuster wasn't enough to put it away. Oh, type A atomic cut to the back. There's elbow. Oh, good elbow there. Rolls him over the pin. And Marks with the win. Again, I didn't even finish posting the fucking link everywhere, dude. Bienvenue, power bottoms. I am gonna try and use that. That's a hilarious greeting. That is much one over. We have 11 more to go. Next up, we have Alessia versus Callie Kaplan. Also, yeah, you might notice I was putting more tag people in singles matches. Because why not? Pardon me? Tea. Ah, nom 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 nom. Manny nom, nami nom. Oh no, she attacked the cameraman. There we go, cup of tea drunk. Alessia is one bit away from being a Mortal Kombat revenant. Also, what entrance is the camera thing? I think it's Shotzi's. Because she has Shotzi's Trance and music, so I think the I think the entrance is the same. I'll have to double check, because I know Shotzi has an entrance in this game, obviously, but... No, she wouldn't still have the tank, because this was after she had her head shaved. By the way, I miss Liberty Spike Shotzi. That was such a cool look, and they just did nothing with the character, man. I'm also particularly looking forward to making adverts for Heat of the Moment. I haven't started yet, but I'm gonna look forward to it. And normally I wouldn't do it for Heat of the Moment, but it's gonna be a really big show. And I should do like more special attire occasions than just War of Attrition and Defy the Gods. So yeah, I'll do one for Heat of the Moment. I'll probably do it for Over the Top, I don't know. Drops off from Galley though. Moonsault. Do you know that moonsault? Stick to the leg and the stomp. I found out recently about a comic series called The Brat Pack. And it's basically the boys before the boys was a thing. And also actually good, because the boys comic is notoriously terrible. But The Brat Pack is actually really good. I need to read it in full, but from the stuff I've seen and read about it, it looks really interesting. It's also not a super long series, it's only a mini-series that lasted from like August 1990 to like April 1991, so not a super long running comic, and there's only 5 issues in it. And it was actually made, oh good Gills from there. It was designed by Rick Veitch, who self-released and illustrated and wrote and published it. As like a backlash to the Batman Death in the Family arc at the time. For those not familiar with that one, that was the one where fans voted over the radio to kill the Jason Todd version of Robin. And this was back when comic book death mattered. Obviously, that version of Robin would come back as Red Hood later, but yeah. But like, it's a good... Oh, that was on the table. It's a good example of like lost innocence in youth. Like, that's a really good theme of the comic. So yeah, I wonder how many characters had permanent comic deaths that stuck. I don't think there's been that many. There was one I was, it was a few months ago. There was someone who did, like, because I watch video essays about comics sometimes. There was one comic death that stuck, but I can't remember the name of the fucking character. It was... oh god. It was like a version of a character from Marvel, I think. Or they just have a really, like... or they just have a really shite, life. LSU with the win! Oh no, it's not coming to mind. It was like a version of fucking someone, I can't remember who. I think it was like a version of Green Arrow or Bullseye or someone. Or Punisher, I genuinely can't remember. I've been watching video essays on BTAS characters. Hey! I do too, I watched a guy called Serum Lake, he does really good, like, Batman-focused stuff. Unfortunately, mate, due to outside my control, internet that buffers every 2 seconds, I'm going to have to get the VOD. Have a good one, though. You too! It happens. Next up, we have Daisy Young versus Kenzie King. Serum Lake has been watching. Oh, that's good. If you want another good one, he doesn't just do superhero cartoons, but he does as well. Is one called Shady Do-Rags. I recommend him. That's a good channel. And if you want, like, a good comics guy specifically, I highly recommend Mullet Man. Mullet Man is probably my favourite comic book, like, video essayist. He's so good. There's Mullet Man and there's Into the Depths as well, that's another good one. In fact, Into the Depths did a good essay, like 45 minutes long, on the Brat Pack. So, yeah. This young is in the ring. La 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 la. I don't know what to say. The thing is, I know I recommended Shady Do-Rags to you, and he does cover superhero stuff, but his main thing is King of the Hill. Like, I think that's his favourite show, and he's covered so many, like, episodes of that. And he's covered a lot of the DuckTales reboot as well, because he's a fan of that. To be honest, it's kind of nice he streams to chill. Yeah. All the vibes, man. That's what I aim to do. Also, Connor still owes me a heat of the moment logo, but he's probably not on. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, like... I try to just, yeah, be chill. That's the entire point of streams. Also from Daisy Young, nice knee. Good combo. Oh god. I just like ranting about random crap here. Me too. I don't even call matches anymore these days, I just like talking about shit. I mean, in fact, I'd like to talk more about the Brat Pack, to be honest. So, the main superhero team in it is called Black October. There's 4 members. There's Midnight Mink, who is sort of a Batman character. He's the leader of the group. There's Moon Mistress, I believe it is, who is Wonder Woman, supposed to be Wonder Woman. There's King Rad, who's sort of like a mixture of Green Arrow and Iron Man. Oh, I randomly found a Has-Been Hotel Funko Pop. Nice. Who's the character? And also, the last member is Judge Jury, who is basically a sort of mix of Punisher and Captain America. But they're all horrible people, because again, the focus is on the sidekicks. You have Chippy, who is based on Robin. He's Midnight Mink's sidekick. You have Wild Boy, who is based on Speedy, who's King Rad's sidekick. You have Kid Vicious, who is based on Bucky Barnes, who is supposed to be the Judge Jury sidekick, and Luna, who is based on Wonder Girl, who is Moon Mistress's sidekick. And they're all, like, extremely jaded and broken teenagers. And there's a sort of thing in the comic, which is that by the time they hit 18, the superhero team actually murders them. Because what happens is the superhero team will murder the young ward's parents without them knowing, in an effort to get them to join as new versions of their psychics. And the reason they do that is so that Black October can become the legal guardians of their respective psychics. However, they're all greedy fucks, so by the time that the psychics turn 18, they kill them and repeat the cycle. It was randomly at HMV, I just saw one of Lucifer and I couldn't resist. Oh, that's a good one. But yeah, so as to why the heroes themselves are horrible people, I mean, to be honest, the psychics are not much better. Let's start with Midnight Mink, who is basically Batman, but flamboyantly gay and also a paedophile. Like, it's heavily implied that he is one. There's Judge Jury, who's probably my least favourite. He's basically what if the Punisher was a KKK member. He frequently uses homophobic and racist slurs, and he wears like a black version of the KKK hood. Moon Mistress is basically a fake feminist who just likes having excuses to kill men. She regularly, not just kills men, but she collects their testicles as trophies. She's a massive mice interest. And finally is King Rad, who's probably the least offensive, but he just doesn't give a shit, really. Like, in a bad way. And, he essentially is just a drug addict. He's a drug and alcohol addict who's more interested in chasing a junky thrill than actually being a hero. He's probably the least offensive, but, you know, doesn't mean he's good. I don't want to say a gay Batman that isn't a horrible person. It's probably out there. But there is actually, what's interesting about the Brat Pack is that there is a version of Superman named True Man, and unlike other, Superman versions, this is actually a really good guy. Because, before the events of the comic start, True Man is actually, like Superman, an alien from a different world who winds up on Earth. And he's sent off-world. And no one knows why. Sorry about that, my dad needed help with something. Kenzie won. Awesome. Next up, tag team action, we got Never Gonna Stop versus Hybrid Theory. If it isn't, get DK's manga writer OC to make a legally distinct version of the idea. True. Anyway, back to True Man. So, before the events of the Brat Pack comic, he's sent off Earth, like manipulated into doing so by his teammates, who all hate each other anyway. But they all kind of respect True Man, and he's the only one that can keep them in line, mostly because he's the only one with actual powers. Because again, he's based on Superman, but he's like a good version of it. So when he returns to Earth and finds out what the rest of Black October have been doing to their sidekicks, he fucking kills the heroes, because like, yeah. Yeah, if you found that out, if you found out that the team who you lead has gotten up to like a bunch of horrible shit, and you come back and catch them doing it, yeah, you kill them. DK has one of those. I've been role-playing with him a lot recently. That's good. Oh fuck, there's another, like... This is from another SAS I was watching once, but I can't remember who it is. But they did a video on, like, a different good version of Superman, and I can't remember his name. And now that there's another evil version of Superman called the Plutonian, who makes Homelander look like a saint in comparison. But there's like a good superhero, a good Superman of a copy. I'm gonna look up actually. See if I can remember the name. Probably wrote down the name of the comic, but I can't recall it off the top of my head. I think his name was Samaritan or Supreme, it was one of the two. Hang on, I could just look at my notes. I have notes thing. Hi, Lanson! Also, something happened that reminded me the reason I don't change Nova's face, hair and stuff is because he looks weird when he's different. That's fair. Good start there from Never Gonna Stop. Stop, get it, anyway. Ace going for a submission. Yeah, it should be here somewhere. Because I wrote it down. I think I did anyway. No? Did I not? Oh, I don't think I did. Oh, shit. I might have to consult YouTube. I don't know. Warriors of Vertex have I've been booked teas. You've been booked. You have. I think Tyson's booked, but I don't think anyone else is. Yeah, Tyson's booked and no one else. I am gonna find this guy. Good schmoves there. Again, like, I'm half paying attention because I'm trying to find something. Fucking ads, come on. That's Ray Williams going for a clothesline, and it always looks like that should land harder than it does, and it just never does. Okay, I found the channel. Can I find the hero he's on about? Oh, that was it. Okay. So this isn't the guy, but the hero with the worst life I was on about was Vigilante from DC. For context, Nova's being called up at some point and someone has to change some stuff because he looks similar to someone else, which, fair. I'm not going to argue. Yeah, I might need to send an image because I don't know what to think. You should probably do that. The Superman clone who isn't evil. Superior, that's his name. So yeah, Superior's the good, like, Superman clone. One of the few good Superman clones. And that is thanks to a comic book essay channel called Tsava. T-S-A-A-V-A. So I recommend that one. Good dropkick. Also, I'm going to have to take over briefly. Just to get Azure back on the apron. There we go. Enter the weird glitch zone that I hate. Yeah, I only went to find the one thing and I found the other thing, so I'm happy with that. There's also another comic series I want to read called The Max, which is sort of like a dark drama comic about this homeless guy who's like the descendant of a superhero named The Max, who works in a world called the Outback. I think the creator is American, but it's set in Australia. Yeah, I sent it to you so you can see what happens, right? But it looks interesting, and there was... Oh, Never Gonna Stop One, and there was a series about it too, which I want to watch, because apparently that was quite good. I mean, honestly, the beard isn't terrible. I feel like if there were less separation between the beard and the mustache, I think it would look better. But as it is, it's not bad. Next up, we got, I think this is the co-main event, Emma Barkley versus Heather Storm. This has been a fast half of the show. Let me just make sure. Yeah, no, this is the co-main event. But Barkley. I mean, like, when I first made Connor, I didn't think I could get away with doing, like, different hairstyles, but I feel like if you find stuff that's close enough to how he looks, it should work in line with it. Because Connor's had like 4 different hairstyles over the years, but they all like fit him naturally, I'd say. So if you can find something that you think would also fit Nova, like that's in a similar vein to what he has, do that. I mean, I didn't even have a beard on Connor for such a long time. Then I gave him one and it was like, oh no, this works. I swear my calls always have terrible luck with people giving them face scans and not working on them. Besides Jade, she was fine when she had one. Yeah, I could see that. I didn't even know Jade had a face scan. Like, maybe she just doesn't, like, for the version I have of her. Like, that's the reason I don't bother. Yeah, that's true. I hate doing face scans. Even the amount of times I had to, like, do them for when I was recreating my roster, I'm glad I thought of, like, you know, uploading them on CC from my profile so I can just download them back whenever I want without having to go through all that, but bit of advice, and I did give this advice before, like ages ago. If you're doing a face scan and you've got eyebrows, get rid of the eyebrows on the base model of the character first. Get rid of them, and it'll help, like, the face scan track a lot easier over the skin. Trust me on that. Also, yeah, I think she had one 2K24 with that toy she had at the end of the game. I think I had her by that point. I must have. Oh yeah, no, I definitely did, yeah. Because, yeah. Yeah, I had Jade by that point. I had no idea she had a face scan. Like, whoever did it did a really good job. Unless it was you, in which case, oh, you did a really good job. No, I'm not that good. It happened because XWA was a thing. I remember XWA. I won't say I miss them, but I remember them. Wasn't that the Fed that Johnny D was, like, head dickhead of? In fact, wasn't that where a lot of dickheads were before it shut down? Because I remember there was a lot of, like, really unsavory people over there. I was on the server for a bit, because some friends were there. And those friends got out of Dodge while the getting was good, so, yeah. Good moves, nice ankle lock there from Emma. No, that was XWF. Oh, right. But there was an XWA ran by MD. Anyway, no, it was all the women's fed. Oh, so it was. Moonsault's attempt, I'm rolled out the way. Emma with the stompers. You know, I came to a realization the other day when it comes to the attires I've made for stuff. I have never made an attire based on my hero from The Boys. Not even Homelander, which you think I would have done by now being a big fan of the show. But yeah, no, I've just never done one. I might do one. I'm not sure based on who. Oh, one based on Soldier Boy would go so hard. I might do that, actually. Like, one based on Jensen Ackles' Soldier Boy. Fuck, I kind of wanna. Emma with the knee. No. That could be enough. No, had to kick out. Spine buster. Head. Also, why do so many feds have extreme in their name? I don't know. It's always extreme with an X as well, like it starts with the X. They just cut out the first E. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Okay, we're only just 42 minutes in for our main event. Tyson Webb versus Ray Iwano. Again, this is a rematch we're going to see in like maybe 2 weeks at Heat of the Moment for the actual Chaos Championship. This is non-title. Should be good though. Big man Tyson. To be fair, to be honest, I feel Extreme Hardcore Wrestling is the most generic EFED name ever. It really is. It's why I'm glad I went with All Violence Wrestling for, like, my hardcore brand, because, like, you get the feel like it's a hardcore brand, but at least it's not as fucking generic as Extreme Hardcore and stuff. And that's coming from someone who was in a fed literally called EFED Wrestling. But that's generic in a funny way. Sorry, just EFED Wrestling on its own is really good. I mean, I have a tag team called Those Guys. Do you think I... do you think I can't appreciate a good name? Oh god! Ray busted Tyson open with the first move. I was incredibly successful there too. I mean, in my fed, like, Jade's quite successful, and Nova and Zachary are there. Ray is hunting for blood early, holy shit. Good shots to the leg. Oh god. What the hell happened with Tyson's body? That was weird. Yeah, but in that Fed I held the world title the whole time. Holy shit, how long did it last? Nice elbow there. A year or two? I don't know. It was a written one, so I just had to promo. Ah, okay. Delayed suplex there from Tyson. Former Chaos Champ himself. Where's the Claymore? I won it an incredibly screwy way. Why can't I talk today? And I won it in an incredibly screwy. Fuck me. And I won it in an incredibly screwy way too. So what was the screwy way in which he won it? Oof. Face first on the ladder. Big lariat. Meaty. Oh, also, congrats to Edge and Christian. Or Cope and Cage as they're called. Who are finally getting a 5-star match from Dave Meltzer. Which proves my point that it doesn't matter how good your work is if you're anywhere except for WWE, you gotta get a 5-star match. Even if the match you put on is the most mid-tier bollocks ever. Also, good drop kick there. Sorry, leg drop. I mean, the match between Cope and Cage and FTR was probably quite good. But seriously, it took that long for Meltzer to give Edge a 5-star match. Fuck you, Dave. All the hard work they put in WWE, all the hard work they put in TNA, all the hard work they'd been doing in AEW up until that point. Fuck you, Dave. Also trading blows. Chop. Chops. That was a kick. That's how Ray won his match against Jay. Looking for the blind side. Well, as it's called, hidden blade, whatever. I was all real wrestler, so I chose a guy who was a jobber. But he had a gimmick where he tried being this evil villain, so it was like a battle royal. He was beat up and left the ring without being eliminated, then the last two went out at the same time, making my guy the winner. That is quite screwy. Also, it's with the ladder, very good. Ray has a table. Also, the makeup is washing off of Tyson's face, but the blood doesn't. Oh, Psycho knee. Then he got a world title match immediately, faked an injury, and rolled the champ up. Damn. Nova, you bitch. Also, this is the best match of the AVW have so far. I'm not surprised, because Ray Wano's the GOAT. And that should be enough to put Tyson away. That could be a reflection of the match in 2 weeks. We'll see. Ray with a win. I was shocked I won when I read it. I generally just thought he'd be yeeted from the ring to the end of the arena because he's that weak. That could have happened. That's a bit higher than 3.5 stars game. That's the AVW half of the show. I'll see you all for the PBW half, which will hopefully be longer. See you in a few.